So we had completed till verse 35 of Srimad Bhagavatam. This is Canto 1, Chapter 11, verse 35. Okay, so we were talking about how Shri Krishna has been welcomed inside the palace. We have seen his mother and other relatives, how they welcome him. He has come after a long war and he had been staying in Hastinapur, and after that he had come back. There was a crowning ceremony. There's a, the king was there. That means Yudhishthir has taken over the kingdom and Arjuna is now handling the army, so on and so forth. Everything has happened over there. This you know. And Sri Krishna has taken leave and then he has come back to his kingdom, which is Dwarka. Now in Dwarka, he is welcomed right from the gate outside to the palace inside. So we were discussing about how is, what has happened? Okay. Why is it doing that? No, you stay here, stay here, stay here. Okay, so here we have understood the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, out of his causeless mercy, appeared on this planet by internal potency and enjoyed himself among competent women as he was engaging in mundane affairs. Now, when we are talking about these kind of things, naturally the thought process of a human being goes towards, oh, he's behaving like an ordinary person. He's behaving like a husband. He's behaving like a lover. He's behaving like this, he's behaving like that. Actually, when we put restrictions on the Divine Lord that he can't do this and he can't do that, we are at fault, not him. Because he can do whatever he feels like. You have to understand, this is his creation. This whole universe is Sri Krishna's own creation. And he has appeared over here in his own free will. Nobody wants, nobody has said that he needs to appear. So Sri Krishna's appearance on the planet Earth is by his own free will. That is why it is written, out of his causeless mercy appeared on this planet with his internal potency. Now internal potency and external potency. External potency is Prakriti. As you know, the Mother Nature. Mother Nature is the one who creates everything. Maya is his internal potency. That means he can create illusory world around him, which translates into that how we consider some people as our own and some people beyond our circle. That means imagine, just by a piece of paper you seem to have got married to a person. Just imagine that. It's a kind of a document which comes from the government called marriage certificate. Does a marriage certificate actually give you that idea that, okay, this person belongs to me? No, but you have accepted it. Similarly, you are born to someone, some children are born to you, and there are lots of transactions happening in this world. So there are brothers, sisters, and so on and so forth. You have seen uncles, aunts. We have assumed that those are our relations. In the Tripura Rahasyam, Dattatreya says, anything that comes out of your body cannot be born out of you the way you think of it. Think about it. What are the things that are born out of you? Not just children, but even the gunk that comes out of your body is born out of this body itself, isn't it? So we can't accept it like that. So that is the reason why it is mentioned. Now, we start assuming things. So this world is illusory. The illusion is created by our senses. Our senses are there. All right, 5 senses and 5 organs of action. They create illusions in our world. Now this is Vedanta, which I am talking about. This is not devotional aspect, Vedantic aspect. So in this illusion, we start believing everything that is happening around us as real. You can yourself see What you were, say 10 years back or 20 years back, is not the same person as you are today. Everything has changed, including all your body parts have been replaced. Do you know every cell in your body has been replaced by now? Hundreds of times. So how can you say you are the same person as that? Thinking process happens by means of mind and intellect, no doubt about it. That is a process. And by the way, where is mind? Mind doesn't exist, but we start believing that there is a mind in a human body. See, mind is an illusory creature. It seems to be there. For those who are, mentally ill or something like that, do they have a mind? Even when a person is extremely angry, do you know this person has no control over anything? So where is the mind we are talking about? As you can see, some people operate on their own, just like that, JLT. This idea that there is a mind and the mind is creating these objects, this is what we are learning in spirituality, to decimate the mind. All our scriptures, every scripture that you can think of, including the Bhagavad Gita, is talking of decimation of the mind. The moment the mind goes away, you come to this reality which is called the self. And the self is the only thing that is there. The body is a vehicle. It's a kind of a transport vehicle, like it's taking you from birth to death. And you're just occupying it. It's like an Uber. It's like something like a bottle for a water. The bottle is going to be temporary. The water keeps on getting recycled, isn't it? The water gets recycled. Likewise, you have a soul that gets recycled continuously. This is what we have to understand. So, we are attached to objects. And here in this, Shri Krishna is being mentioned as somebody who has come in this world. The Lord has taken a birth as a human being kind of, and he is behaving like an ordinary person. But he has the internal potency. He can create illusions. His internal potency can create illusions. That is why not many. You will find that there are very few people who can actually recognize Sri Krishna in the divine form. Only a few. Imagine, in this we are going to do, in the 11th canto, we are going to do something very unique. Okay, that is called the Uddhav Gita. Now Uddhava had been with Sri Krishna for years. He was his childhood companion. But he had no idea who this person is. Uddhava had no clue that he is actually the friend of the Almighty God himself. So this is what Sri Krishna is talking about. He has created this illusion of being an ordinary mortal and behaving like an ordinary human being and as a husband. Okay, so we have heard this yesterday. So today we will start from the new verse. So we are doing Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 1, Chapter 11. This is verse 36. Although the queen's beautiful smiles and furtive glances were all spotless and exciting, and although they could conquer Cupid himself by making him give up his bow in frustration, and although even the tolerant Shiva could fall victim to them, still, despite all the magical feats and attraction, they could not agitate the senses of the Lord. Now in this verse, we are understanding that Sri Krishna had 16,108 wives. Now, when we discuss like this, those who are not devotees of the Lord will not understand a word of what I am speaking. They will have all the wrong ideas. But those who know the truth will understand what I am talking about. These are the potencies, power potencies which the Lord has. Many of them. They can do whatever they feel like. Now let us talk about the 8 principal wives. These 8 principal wives are none other than Lakshmi. Sri Lakshmi, who is there, she has taken these 8 forms. So you will find that Sri Krishna has these Ashtalakshmis with him. You will find that when he is a Mahavishnu, there is a Mahalakshmi next to him. So in the similar manner, here also Sri Krishna has his Lakshmis with him. And when these Lakshmis are there, they are of various potencies. They have different potencies. Now you know Sri Lakshmi herself is a very powerful goddess. We all go to her because we want money, we want food grains, we want Aishwarya, we want a lot of properties, good jobs. How many things do you want in this world? Especially wealth and all we require. So naturally when a human being goes to Lakshmi ji, what is he going to ask for? He will say, God give me this and God give me that, isn't it? We have the Lakshmi Sutram also, Suktam also, where we invoke her so that she gives us those kind of things. That means her potencies are quite large, isn't it? She can do whatever she wants to. Create Dhana, Dhanya, Aishwarya, whatever that you want. The Ashtalakshmis are as powerful as them. Now, when these Ashtalakshmis are there, don't you think they have even the potency to entice someone? One of the forms of Mahavishnu, as you know, is the Cupid himself, isn't it? Kamdev himself. So, Rati is also a part of that domain. So don't be under this impression that he is not having this potency. His potency is very much there. So think on those lines. Now we look at these Lakshmi avatars that are there, right? From Rukmini onwards, Satyabhama and so on and so forth. When we look at them, they know this is their husband. And imagine the husband has come back after a long time. So naturally they are going to entice him, isn't it? The basic activity which is there in every human being, they also have the potency as a goddess as well. So they have beautiful smiles on their face. But in their mind, what is going on? You may say they don't have a mind. Really? They have minds. You see, their minds are such that my Gurudev's mother had to go through hell because of them. Okay? I'm sure you know the story of Atri Muni and all that. Okay, his wife. What they did? They were very suspicious of their own husbands. When these husbands had gone to meet Dattatreya's mother, naturally, they wanted to know what is happening. Why are they disappeared for such a long time? So the mind is there. So every goddess has a mind also. Please remember this. They have full mind because anybody who has taken birth, anybody who is a created entity, they will have a mind. And their mind is there. Have you not heard of Satyabhama stories? She has mind. Very powerful, very strong. She can do whatever she feels like. So, they were giving him smiles and they were throwing glances at him. You see, furtive glances means you look very coyly like this and all that, those kind of things. You have to understand, furtive glances were all spotless and exciting. And although they could conquer Cupid himself by making him give up this bow in frustration, these Lakshmis, the forms of Lakshmis that are there, the 8 principal wives, they could even entice anybody. Even Cupid. Cupid will leave his bow. You know that he is carrying one bow and arrow. He will leave that also and he will run after them. That way they were very powerful and strong. See, you have to understand. In today's day and age, you may say, a woman is a weak creature. Sorry, she is a very powerful creature. She can twirl a man round her little finger also. She can make him do whatever he wants to. The difficult part is to not understand. The man doesn't understand that he is doing all those things. Okay? And yet he is performing all the actions based on the woman's direction. It is not about man who is giving directions. The man thinks that he is directing the whole thing. Unfortunately, he is under an illusory entity called Maya. The wife or the lady over there is a bigger Maya than anybody else in this world. This has to be understood. So just by a little, talk or saying something, how many Instagram videos have you seen where the woman is behaving in a particular manner? She can make that man do whatever he wants to, isn't it? You have seen those videos. They look like joke, but it's a reality. So here also the queens are capable of doing anything. And although even the tolerant Shiva could fall victim to them. Can you imagine? Mahadev can fall victim to this. The glances given by Lakshmi herself. Nobody is devoid of it. Nobody. Okay? You cannot say, no, I am immune to all this. Nobody. See, the idea that human beings, when you are bitten by this bug of lust, nothing in this world can stop the person. He is not distinguishing between a woman, whether she is a mother, a grandmother, a wife, a sister, or daughter, or anything. Why do you think there are so many wrong things happening in this world today? When lust strikes a person, there is nobody in this world. The man will not leave anybody. And the woman also will not leave anybody. It's not just the man. The perpetrator is always the woman. Please remember this. We will come to know in this and the next verse how this perpetration happens. They are doing all these actions and then they will say, oh, I have not done anything. It's a very common way of talking. Please understand. But here you will find even Shivji can fall for it. Do you think these scriptures are wrong? They can't be wrong. So this is the truth being mentioned over here, that these avatars that are there in this world, they could entrap even Shiva, who is a Bholenath, who can sit on the Himalayas and do tapascharya. His tapascharya can go bhang also. Think about it. Did he not get married? And did he not get married second time? Sati and then Parvati. Though he had vowed after the death of Sati, he had vowed, I am not going to look at any woman anytime again. And that is the reason why he makes this Kamdev Bhasma, isn't it? So the problem is there. You will find that even Shiva can be disturbed by this kind of a thing. So, still, despite all magical feats and attractions, they could not agitate the sense of the Lord. Shri Krishna is beyond all this. Remember, it is his own Maya. Maya cannot do that to him. So when it is his own Maya, the Maya cannot entrap the master, can it? No. So even if these wives are doing michi aankhe lage, or maybe whatever that they are doing, or maybe throwing glances, saying some words and all that kind of thing, hello, or whatever, like English way, hello, is it me you're looking for? They may sing songs also, doesn't work for him. But that was sung by a man. I'm talking about a woman over here. So Sri Krishna doesn't get disturbed even that. But I am sure when you understand, he has got so many wives. And how many children he has? hundreds of thousands, no? So his potency is there. It's not that he is devoid of all that. He's capable of whatever he wants to. But nobody can entrap him. Entrapment is what we are talking about. So no senses could agitate him. The common materialistic conditioned souls speculate that the Lord is one of them. Out of their ignorance, they think that the Lord is affected by matter, although he is unattached. This is a very common mistake everybody does. They look at Shri Krishna and they say, oh, he's such an ordinary person. Okay? When he was a young boy, he was running after all those trees and with all those gopis and stuff like that. He was playing like an ordinary person. He is going and robbing ghee and this and that in other people's houses. After that, he did, how many things that you can attribute to Krishna as an ordinary person? I'm not talking about the extraordinary things. Extraordinary things are something, he performed a miracle of lifting the whole Govardhan mountain. Did you see? Well, the Maya has covered everybody up. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what happened. Because once he lifted and kept the mountain back again, everybody was back to normal. And another beautiful feat that he performed, when Brahmadev, he comes down to earth and he has heard that there is this magical kid, some small kid over there in Vrindavan. And he says, I want to test him out. So Sri Krishna is playing with his gopis, and all the cows over there. Is a gwala. So naturally what Brahmaji does, he makes these things vanish from there. Now when he makes them vanish, and he says, just for 1 minute I will vanish everything. His 1 minute is equal to human 1 year. मैं अब भी जाके आता हूँ. Like that, I'm just going and coming. That just going and coming, 1 minute is equal to 1 year. Now when Sri Krishna comes to know about this, what does he do? He transforms himself into all these cows and all these gwalas, and he goes to individual houses and stays over there for 1 whole year. This is magical. But do those people know that this person is not my son? And these are not my cows? Does anybody know that? So when Brahmadev comes back, he sees the cows are there, the children are also playing. Then he sees, what is this children and cows with me? And then he sees Krishna over there. And then he realizes what mistake he has done. So he goes and asks pardon from Krishna. And then the whole world over there disappears. So Krishna had converted himself into so many cows and so many human beings. Think like that. But did the world know about it? Sri Krishna's powers can never be understood by ordinary mortals. He looks like an ordinary person. So even when he is getting married, you will find that he is going like an ordinary person over there. Okay? He could have performed the miracle, no? He could have said, chalo Rukmini ko uthate. Like magical. Okay, I will send my aeroplane over there and I will make her vanish from there. Something he could have done. Why did the whole war happen? No, he could have just done like this and the war would have disappeared from there. And Duryodhan would be dead. And, Yudhishthir would be the king. It could have happened like that. Did it happen? No. He creates a world of illusion around everybody. When he is hurt, remember, the arrows of Bhishma Pitama have hit him. He is bleeding like an ordinary mortal. Even as Sri Ram, have you not seen him cry when his brother was hit? He had to lift that entire Sanjeevani mountain and bring it. You know that story, no? You can say, why didn't he go to Lanka on his own and, bring his wife back? See, this is the problem. Human beings still don't understand. That is why it is mentioned over here, the common materialistic conditioned souls. Who are the common materialistic conditioned souls? The normal human beings are these. We are common people. conditioned by the atmosphere around us. We look at our world and we say, okay, this is like this, this is like this, this is like this, this is like this. We will have our doubts. The doubts are also too many, How many doubts are there? Somebody will say the Mahabharata happened 7,000 years ago. Somebody will say it is 5,000 years ago. Somebody will say it happened in the last yuga. Somebody will say Ramayana happened in the second yuga. So what is real in that? Now second yuga to third yuga to fourth yuga. How many million years have gone? How is it possible? According to dating, only 11,000 years have gone away supposedly during Ramayana. Or maybe is it 9,000 or is it 7,000? We are confused human beings. Have you seen this? When we stand in front of Hanumanji, okay, we really wonder, is he really a monkey? How does he fly? Monkeys don't fly, no? Can you imagine this is the kind of thought we are having? Ganesha, why is he like this? When we look at fish avatar, Matsya avatar, God is a fish. Oh my God. God can't be a fish. God can't be a monkey. God can't be a pig. Oh my God, pig, it's not correct. But Varaha avatar is there. So he can't be that. See, our problem is we are always confused. And in the confusion, we do not understand it. That is the reason why he says the materialistic conditioned souls. We are conditioned by Mother Nature, by logic around us. We can't make out things at all. And they speculate about the Lord and they think that, oh, Krishna, he is my friend, Krishna, oh, I know him from when he was small only, I know him. He will do susu. Are really? Krishna will do susu. You know him, huh? Yes. He will play with the cows and all those, Sometimes he will play with dogs. Really? You don't know him. Just like me. He studied in one school also, like that. What school? Really? Sandipani Vidyalaya. Oh, Sandipani Vidyalaya. I know. It is next to Whitefield. Really? I mean, that is how you look at God. Human beings have this idea that he is such an ordinary mortal. And Shri Krishna allows them to think the way they want to think. So out of ignorance, because they are ignorant, they think that the Lord is affected by matter although he is unattached. So you will find, let us say, Shri Krishna is drinking a glass of milk and he is enjoying it. Ah, lassi, ma, so beautiful, so nice. Really? Shri Krishna is enjoying. Of course, you can look at him and you see, that he seems to enjoy. And how many dishes does he want? In that temple they give 56 dishes. 56. He is not satisfied with one dish. He wants chappan bhog. Chappan bhog. Oh, he must be a glutton. Really? Krishna is a glutton. He eats so much. He's a tomboy. He climbs all these, trees and this thing and that thing. He keeps on jumping from top. He goes to swim in the river. All those things he does. And then on top of it, oh, he is a very naughty fellow, He takes away all those clothes of all the girls. They are gone for bath, he will rob their clothes. Perverted, they will call him. Perverted God. What? No, they will not call him God. They will call him a perverted guy. Look at him, what he is doing. Oh, really? And see what all he is doing. All nonsense. The funniest part of it all is, even if these gopis are coming naked in front of him, nothing disturbs him. Nothing. There may be hundreds of beautiful gopis. Nothing is going to happen. There may be hundreds of beautiful wives also, thousands of them. No difference. He is unattached to anything. There is no attachment whatsoever. So there is no such thing as, oh, he is drinking, that is why he is attached to that object. No. He is not attached to it. He is eating, that is why he loves that thing. Oh, really? Oh, he loves kheer, sweets. Okay, very good, sweets. He takes sugar in everything. He loves sweets. Really? Nothing like that. He can eat the whole sugar factory also, nothing is going to happen to him. You understand? This you should know. So nothing is attached to him. This is the divinity of the personality of Godhead. He is not affected by qualities of material nature, even though he is in contact with them. Similarly, the devotees have taken shelter of the Lord, do not become influenced by the material qualities. So now here what is he saying? Ved Vyas is saying that Shri Krishna is not affected by anything materialistic in this world. So you may say, this is a very peculiar thing, like you may be suffering from something. And when you are suffering from something, you are thinking, why doesn't God take care of me? It's only in suffering that a person believes that God should be looking after this person. When you are enjoying something, when you are going on a holiday, when you are doing enjoyment, when you are going to a restaurant, dancing somewhere, going on trips and earning whatever money that you are having, and so on and so forth, so many beautiful things happen to you. That time you are not saying God is not looking at me. No. But when you are in trouble, you will say God looks at me. Isn't it? Actually, Sri Krishna is unattached. All the work that is happening with his internal potency and external potency. Internal potency is Maya. She is the boss of the domain. She will handle everything for him. He doesn't have to think. So first and foremost, don't think that God thinks. There are these atheist people, they think, God is thinking. He doesn't think. He is not a duffer or something like that. Oh, he doesn't think because he has no brains. Don't bother. Your brain is his brain only. He has given a little portion of it. Okay, take this one drop of a little brain of yours. He's given like that, one drop to everybody. Some people, they use it. Some people don't use it. Some people misuse it. We have all kinds of people in this world, isn't it? So here, what he is saying, Sri Krishna doesn't get affected by the material nature. Even if he is connect with them, even if he is eating, the food has gone into his mouth. The ears have heard those words. He is such a nasty fellow, he is such a bad fellow, he is like this, he is like that. You think people don't say? They say. So he is not affected. And now the second line says, his highest of the devotees are exactly like him. Similarly, the devotees who have taken shelter of the Lord do not become influenced by material qualities. This is an important line for all of you. When you take shelter at the feet of the Lord, why will the nature affect you? So he is talking about the sages and the saints. They are his highest devotee. And because they are the highest devotee, nothing affects them. Got it? They are free of all this contamination. We are talking of real masters. The real masters are free of contamination. I was reading something where a person is doing morcha. You know morcha. Something ki jai ho, something ki jai ho, something like that. And then on top of it, somebody is doing padayatra. Somebody is doing manufacturing gold earrings. Somebody is manufacturing gold chain. These are called these Babajis of today. Okay? Somebody is manufacturing ash. He'll pull like that, one ash will come. No. Is Sri Krishna higher than them? Naturally. Does Sri Krishna do and remove ash and give? Does Sri Krishna do that? On the contrary, he wants to remain incognito. He is not even going to tell anybody. Even think like this. The God Almighty lives as incognito. Even his own devotee will not know who he is. There is a very beautiful story of Hanumanji meeting Sri Krishna and Balram. You think he recognizes him? Even when Parshuram is the Almighty God himself, he meets Sri Ram. Does he know who is Sri Ram? When Parshuram meets Dattatreya, does he know who is Dattatreya? He is searching for him, isn't it? He goes to that mountain. And he meets this shepherd boy. And when he meets this shepherd boy, he thinks he is the shepherd boy. That is Dattatreya himself. Nobody recognizes. So God doesn't advertise himself. He doesn't do magic. He doesn't produce magical coins and chains and all that. So don't fall for this. And Rudraksha Mala. Imagine somebody wearing a Rudraksha Mala and coming, Hari Om, and you fall for it. Just because somebody is wearing a Rudraksha. I want you to think about it. You think Sri Krishna will come like that? You think Shivji will come like that? He will come with one, he'll be riding one, Nandi and coming, hey, big Rudraksha Mala and one big thing over here and water is falling from top. You think Shivji is going to come like that? You are mistaken. First and foremost, if he has to join in our Air India flight, they will ask him, can you please not come like this? You see, the whole point is this. And Sri Krishna is flying by, United Airlines. They will say, you have to put a vastra on top, please. Go and wear some clothes on top and wear shirt, pant, please. You are not allowed on this flight. You think those people recognize, or Indians will recognize the gods? So you please remember this. Sri Krishna never exposes himself to anybody. God doesn't do miracles. This is nonsense. So don't fall for miracles if somebody does it. Somebody, one idiot went to some of the show, Ranbir Allahabadi or something like that. You know that fellow, no? Very famous now he's become. He's famous, more famous than anybody. So this fellow goes for this and he produces whoosh, one like that, and he produces one Rudraksha and tells him, you wear this in your locket over here. Okay. He's blessing him, and 1 year later this fellow is willing to go to jail also. So now you understand, by taking the Rudraksha, this man is got into a very big trap. God is putting him in jail. And he is calling names to his mother and father. Is that what God teaches? No. So don't fall for this Rudraksha and this thing and that thing and all these nonsensical things. Please don't fall for it. If somebody says, okay, put my statue over there. Om. That statue is going to kill you one day. Okay? Please don't put anybody's statue. All these people over there, they are gods. The image of Sai Baba was shot in 1916, 1916. Sai Baba died in 1918. When? The photograph was taken in 1916 and Sai Baba died in 1918. Do you know there are only 2 pictures of his in existence? The second picture, the original copy, was with my grandmother, my grandfather, my great-grandfather. I don't know where it is now. It's gone. A copy of it is in Aditya's house. Okay? Because Accidentally one day I was working in one color lab and I found it. Somebody had taken photograph of it. So anyway, coming back to this, Baba's picture has come after a long time, after he is dead and gone. Ramakrishna Paramahansa's picture also has come after he is dead and gone. When he was there, they took one picture of his, he is standing like this, okay? Yeah, if you know the divinity, you can draw a picture or you can do something, but it is not for public display or, people think. So, anytime when I see some idiot, they put this mala around there, somebody, okay, like that picture. That fellow is already existing. This is not good. And there is no magic in this world. Please remember this. Shri Krishna himself doesn't want to reveal himself. And why are you thinking that he is going to reveal anything else? So, the devotees who have taken shelter in the Lord do not become influenced by material qualities. So, we are doing the last verse now, verse 39 from Canto 1, chapter 11. The simple and the delicate woman truly thought that Shri Krishna, their beloved husband, followed them and was dominated by them. They were unaware of the extent of the glories of their husband, as the atheists are unaware of him as the supreme controller. This is a mistaken impression. You know what is the mistaken impression? My husband, he listens to everything that I say. When I told him, I want that nursery plant, the plant, he went all the way to that garden, robbed it from there and brought it. Because why? Because that fellow was not willing to give. Whom are we talking about? Satyabhama. And she wanted that plant. What plant? The flowers which are there outside over here at the door. What is that? I don't know. Okay. So that plant is there. Parijata. Yes. And who was having Parijata? Indradev. So go to Indra's place. If you ask Indradev will say, you don't take from here. My wife will beat me. Indradev is afraid of his wife. Okay. Her name is Sachi. Do you know that? Sachi is like a tyrant, but he doesn't understand that. She allows him to do all the nonsense. Allows him. So these goddesses also think, what? Oh, Krishna listens to me. He brought that tree from there. He got this from there. Oh, when he went to, somewhere, he bought one iPhone for me. Really? The thought process is like this. So I can tell my husband anything. He will do it for me. So these simple and delicate women truly thought that Lord Sri Krishna, their beloved husband, followed them and were dominated by them. So they could dominate him. They could tell him, ye karna, wo karna. And poor fellow, just imagine, he is in the kitchen, he is making some food. Okay, and he is saying, bachcha log ko dekhna. So he will go and see the bachcha company over there. So they thought that, we could tell our husband anything and he follows us. Not realizing he is the God Almighty. He behaves so ordinarily. He will behave so ordinarily. He will do any work. And he will behave like so much like, you can see him. This can't be Krishna. That is the first thought that will come to you. This one cannot be Krishna. Why? Arey tumko malum hai? Do you know? He is like a Joru ka gulam. Joru means wife. Gulam means jack. Okay. So he is doing all the work for. No, don't be under the. They are unaware of the extent of the glory of their husband. They don't know what glorious person he is. Even if they are Sri Lakshmi. You think even the wives knew who he was? They were under delusion, constant delusion. They had no clue. And Just like atheists are unaware of him as the supreme controller. So when people will look at him, Sri Krishna, and they will say, oh, he is such an ordinary fellow. What God and all? There is no God in this world. Isn't that what atheists say? They deny the existence of God, isn't it? So here, the wives are also like that. They don't believe that he is God or anything like that. They just think, ye to pati hai. Pati hai. Yeah, and my mother told me I have to treat him like Pati Parmeshwar. That is why, I have to do all those things. It's written in the books, that is why. Nobody knows he is God Almighty. So I hope you have understood this, that Sri Krishna had kept everybody in delusion, never revealing himself and never ever telling the world who he is. There is always going to be confusion in the mind of people. Did he or didn't he? Did he or didn't he? Is he or isn't he? That thought is always going to be around. So Sri Krishna's ways of living in this world was to be an ordinary mortal. But please don't be under that impression anywhere. Don't fall for it. Okay? So we have come to the end of verse 39. We will stop over here.
Recording stopped.